Hey guys, today I'd like to tell you another story. This is about 18 years ago, I guess. We started a business about classic car parts, and it was a whole new ball game for me. Mostly the stuff that I did was all service kind of work. It was manual labor work. But I got into this because we bought a classic car, and I ordered some parts from a place, and God, it was like the parts almost cost as much as the shipping. So I thought, man, I can do this and make up for the shipping. So I did do it. We did it for 17 years, I guess. We're still getting rid of inventory at a little show right down the street. But the story is, my wife wanted a motor home, and I wanted to buy one of those cube vans for our stock, and then make like a little makeshift bunk bed type thing, or something like that, and the motorhome was probably a better idea, but I truly hated this motorhome after I drove it. I put the trailer on it, and there was a show down in Fort Myers Beach, close to where my mom lives. She asked us to come down, so we went down, and I tell you what, the funniest thing, I'm driving down the road, and a motorcycle passed us up, and you could feel the whole motorhome just shift over. It was unreal. And the little trailer that I put on the back was so small you couldn't see it. So you didn't know if it was there or not. So I kind of had to swerve, a little bit to see if the thing was even there. Because I've heard of people, going down the road with these motor homes, and this was all new to me, and they'd stop somewhere and their trailer wouldn't be there. So we made it, but I fought that motor home for about 6 months before we figured out pretty much what was going on. It needed a front end alignment, and we took it in a couple times, and they couldn't figure it out. And finally I get an older gentleman, and he told the younger guy that it had adjustable idler arms. So the guy finally fixes it up for us. It wasn't as bad as the motorcycle, but when trucks go by, it pushes you over. About a couple months later, I ended up putting rear springs on it, because we came home from a show, and I looked out. We're at my shop. I looked out at the motorhome, and the motorhome it looks like it's doing a wheelie down the road. I says, there's something wrong there. I took it down to the spring place, put the springs on. The motorhome drives great. It was a pretty wild ride, though, because we went all the way to North Carolina in that thing, and trucks were pushing us over. And I don't know if you've ever taken the route up 95, but there's some pretty wild hills there, that don't have guardrails. And my wife, I was driving, my wife's like, I kind of drive like this on the road anyway, so when I get in the motor home, I'm doing this, and trucks are, when a truck's coming, I'm kind of steering this way, so when they blow me back, I'm right in the middle, and my wife's thinking, oh, she could do better. I said, okay, you drive for a while. And we had it's a 53-foot long rig with the trailer, and she's driven it before, and so I'm in the passenger side, and I'm seeing down the cliffs, and I'm freaking out. Now I know what she felt like, but she did all right. We made it there. We made it back. We went up there one other time, and that stupid thing broke. It was actually our fault, because we really didn't know too much about tires, Well, the place we bought it put new tires, but they only put 8 plies on, or 6 ply or something. Something, you know, shouldn't have been on there. I guess it would have been good if it was just a motorhome, but we had the extra weight of the trailer. Plus, when you're going to a show that far, you kind of overextend the weight on those things. And I tell you, we blew a tire on the way up. We got 2 brand new tires, and then we blew one on the way back. So I think that was like the second year of Charlotte, and we decided not to go back again. It was just, you know, the haul was just not worth it. But we had a lot of fun with that motorhome. I still have this thing, and I got a couple other little stories if you want to hear them. If you got the time, if you're still on there. One time, this is one of my stupid stories, stupid up here stories. Wasn't focusing on what I was doing. I'm trying to fix the hot water heater. My wife's inside clicking the button, you know, because it wouldn't come on. So I told her, I says, click the button, and I took a lighter to it, and I guess there was gas in the tube, and it went boom right on my stomach. There's a big old circle where the flame was and where it eat all my hair off. Crazy, huh? One other story, and this has nothing to do with a motorhome. This right here has to do with God telling you to stop, or whoever you believe in, the universe or whatever. So this is the deal. My wife decides she's going to quit smoking, and I told her I'd quit too, but I was still hanging on there, you know. I was still smoking, and she didn't feel good, so it was easier for her to quit. So I'm standing outside my shop, and I'm smoking a cigarette, and she's inside. You know, this is at our parts shop. And all of a sudden, the sign comes down and whacks me in the head. And I fell against the wall. I turned around. She's laughing like crazy. This is like a piece of board like that big. And it was supposed to be like a sign. But there was no sign because I didn't put no sign. It was just the backer part of the sign. Comes down, bashes me in the head. She's laughing. And I'm like, man, that thing hurt. But I guess God was telling me to stop smoking, so I did. I finally did. I just said, oh, heck with it. And, you know, it's about 20 years later, and thank God I did, because they cost so much, I probably wouldn't pay for them anyway. So, I hope you liked that today. Hey, if you got any questions or if you got a story for me, put it in the comments. Do me a video, I don't care. Check out tomorrow, what we got for tomorrow. And hey, if you like this stuff, share it with your friends. Thanks.